Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
The Hebrew Israelites, GMS Louisiana Saints, back at you with another sit down. Before we go any further, we're gonna face the east. Give infinite honors and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem,
Harakakadash. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule well, teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of the time, man. Alright? And pertaining to the book of Revelations, the 19th chapter, the 10th verse, alright, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, so that's the spirit we're moving in, alright, current events, things that are going on in American culture, alright, seeing this place coming to its prophetical demise, alright, and as we see that, we're going into different articles, different things in prophecy that are popping off, and one of the things that's going on right now is there's an upkick in this American culture where the inhabitants thereof and the population in America have it in their minds, which the Lord put it out in the spirit, that they know this place is coming to an end, man. They know the curtains are closing on this place. They see the signs, they see the birth pains that are woe in this place, and they know ultimately that America is going to a bitter end, but they don't know that that bitter end is going to be nuclear. Yeah. They don't know that that bitter end is going to be in a third world's war. You got it, brother. You can speak on it. You got it.
Khan, they also, you know, as the brother was saying, you know, these people have a unction of you know, bad times to come, man. That's the reason why everybody's buying guns. All right, that's the reason why everybody's stockpiling, all right, on food and weapons, medicine, all right, different things like that, necessities that you're gonna need in time of the collapse, because they know America is gonna collapse ultimately, man. All right, they may not know it pertaining to prophecy, all right. But they do know that pertaining to prophecy, because they do see the prophets out there. They know that the Israelites have been teaching this, all right, you know, starting with our elders and our apostles on down to the least of us, man. We've been preaching this word, all right, telling you that this place is gonna, you know, befall itself, man. All right.
Right.
So
that's right. You got it, brother. Tell them where you reading from.
Khan, this is an article, all right, from Andrew Taylor. All right, it's a news source, all right, and it says America's grim future, all right, and it says the United States is set to collapse this decade. The question now is how far and how much violence will there be?
Ooh, one more time, Mark.
It says the United States is set to collapse this decade. The question now is how far.
That's right, being this decade.
Right.
Meaning from 2020 to 2030, the decade we're in right now, we're currently in 2022. Yep. But this article has some meat in it, but it also has bones. Because we know we're not dealing on this Americanized, this Gregorian calendar. We're dealing on the spiritual calendar, man. Yep. The words of the Most High, that determine the times, man. Like the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter says. And I'm going to grab that while you continue on, man.
And the scriptures the scriptures also say that this generation shall not pass. So we know it's within this time period, all right, but we don't know when exactly, all right? As the reason why we look at the signs and the times, all right, as the scriptures say in 2nd Esdras, all right, it says, measure the time diligently within itself, all right, so that you know that what? All right, the end is nigh, man, all right?
That's right.
You got it, though, huh?
That's right. A quick one just before you go back in the article is Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So every purpose under the heaven is established by the heavens, man. So whether it be a time for war, a time for peace, a time for death, a time for life, that's all established and sanctioned in the heavens, and it trickles on downs, man. All right? On earth as it is in heaven. So the things on earth don't decide what's going on in the heavens, all right? It's vice versa. The heavens decide what judgments, all right, what type of calamities are going to befall on this place, and the Most High sends it down, man, like a true judge. You got it, brother. It says a time to be born and a time to die, because everything is predestined, man, all right? Our lives are predestined. America's predestined to be destroyed. All right, we were predestined to go into captivity, predestined to have these curses placed upon it, just like it's predestined for the curses to take hold onto our enemies, man. Yep. It says a time to kill and a time to heal, right? Because we're killing off that old man, right? And it's a lot of things are being killed. A lot of things are being healed, man. The nation of Israel being healed.
Bring it back.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, man. Can you bring it out one more time?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 3. A time to kill and a time to heal.
That's right. Time to kill and a time to heal, man. All right. The nation of Israel is being healed right now by what? The word. All right. And the word is the physician is Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Yahweh Shai is healing us with his word, man. Bringing us back to the, to our nationality. All right. Bringing us back to order. All right. And this place is being killed in the process of us being healed, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
That's right. It says a time to break down and a time to build up, man.
That's right.
That's right.
A time to break down and a time to build up. The nation of Israel, all right, or the tabernacle of David is being built up, all right, and this place is being destroyed, man, spiritually and
right,
physically
bro.
as well.
That's right. Yeah, man. It's gonna be physically destroyed, but first it's being spiritually destroyed, man. Because what? The Most High got 144,000, all right, elect to do what? His biddings throughout the earth, to exemplify what the Most High thinks, what he feels, the things that are going to happen and play out, and warn our people ahead of time so the remnant cannot take part in that, man. So the remnant won't be caught up in that lake of fire so we can actually get the victory over this beast system, man. Like a little bit more, it says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, right? Because we're gonna have a time. There's a time under the sun for everything, man. There's a time to be happy. There's a time to have joy. We're in the house of what right now? Mourning. We're not in the house of feast right now, man. We're in the house of what? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Destruction to America. Destruction to our enemies. Woe to you 2/3 that are not following after these commandments and trying to get out of here, man. And having faith. And showing and displaying it by your works, man. It says, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together because we were what? Ultimately casted away, right? We were scattered across the four corners, but the Most High used this word to ultimately gather us, man. And that's that time we're in right now, man. The gathering of stones, man. The gathering of us coming back to our true nationality, coming back to the mindset of a prophet, the mindset of a king, the mindset of a judge. Because slavery took that away from us, right? Yeah. Slavery put us in a mindset of wanting to serve our oppressor all day. We're in a 24/7 cycle of how can we please Esau? How can we wipe his dirty drawers? Yeah. How can we pick up behind him, man? But when you come into this truth, it gives us the mindset of what? How to elevate and grow. And know that there's a time for everything and to operate according to the times. Exactly. And the Most High Yahweh Shai said what? We don't know the times. We don't know the exact time, but we have these prophecies, man, that allude us to, the Most High is going to do this. You got it, brother.
Khan, like the brother was saying, like we have these prophecies, all right, because again, it's a time and a season for everything. It's time to laugh and a time to cry, all right. It's a time for war and it's a time for peace, all right. So with that, looking at the times and the season within the world, all right, the 2/3 are what? They're still into the folly. They're still into the world. They're still into trying to, impress the world pretty much, man. All right, and boast of themselves. All right, not taking heed to what's going on, man. All right, but knowing the times, as it was saying, the elect and the people that the Lord has given this truth to, we know that it's serious times, man, because they're talking about war, they're talking about famine, they're talking about pestilence, man. All right, they're talking about all these things. That's serious, man. All right, when you on the war zone or whenever you into war, you're not gonna be, prowling around and just playing around, man. You're gonna be in a serious mind state. You're gonna be in a serious state of mind.
When we know we're going to war, we know we constantly have to go out there on a spiritual battlefield. Our mindset is not gonna just be in that play all day mindset. It's gonna be business first, man. All the other things can happen put that on the back burner, man. That's having a mindset of there's a time for everything, and knowing and being discreet and having discretion about the way we move, man.
Exactly,
Or we can't go out there on this type of time. We got to go on that type of time, man. We can't go out there in no play mode. We got to be circumspect, man. Because it's like the scriptures tell you in Ephesians, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, man. We're always dealing with the prince of the air, which is Satan, all right? constantly trying to distract us, constantly trying to throw a wrench in that operation, but it's ultimately coming from the Lord to test us, man. How are you going to act? Are you going to act with patience? Are you going to act with valor? All right. It says, back to the scriptures, they could say way more than we can. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 7. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace, man. So the Most High measures everything ultimately according to his word, according to his will, and everything has a time under the sun, man. And everything doesn't have a time. There's a certain thing that says what? Out of season. Certain things could be out of season, man. Untimely, right? Not ripe, or not how they say the legal it's not ripe yet, man.
Yeah.
It's not ready yet, man. And we have to act accordingly to that. It got a little bit more. It says, what profit had he that worketh in that wherein he labored? I have seen the travail which the Most High had given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he had set the world in their heart, so that no man could find out the work that the Most High maketh from the beginning to the end. That's right, man. The book, 2nd Ezra, it tells you, like, who can wait away to find? Who can call to me the day that was past, man? Only the Most High can do that. So everything that the Most High sets a time for, whether it be good or evil, whether it be war, whether it be famine, whether it be peace, is beautiful at its appointed time, man, for the Most High. Like, and I know that's kind of far-fetched, might go over your head, but these times that we're living in, they're beautiful according to the purpose that the Most High set them out for, man. So somebody else might be like, oh man, it's miserable out here, catching hell. But to the Most High, it's beautiful and it's glorious because it's according to his will, man. You got it, brother. You can go back to the article if you had one. You could just keep going on it.
All right. It says the question now is how far and how much violence will that be? But by 2030, the country as anyone alive today has known it will be gone.
Ooh, by what?
It says by 2030, the country as anyone alive today has known it will be gone.
Hey, and we know through the Spirit, man, we know it's going to be sooner than that, man. Lord willing, Aparat Desire. But that's just telling you and showing you the mindsets that's being put out there, the vibration that's being put out there. Now, the Most High put the author in this to type this up, man. We're just going into the edifying it with the scriptures. But it goes to prove that the mindset and the arena is set for this place to go down, man. And if this is going out on worldwide media, which we see other news, we got Russia, Ukraine, all right? You got the Middle East bulking up. You got all these nations ready to show forth their boasting their militaries, right? Their armies, their angels, which the scriptures speak of. But it's all being set up in an arena pushed by the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You got it, brother.
All right. You want me to continue to read?
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. It says, sorry, folks, but things are not likely to get better for the United States for quite some time, if ever. It says
things are set not to get better for the United States for quite some time, if ever, man.
Yeah.
And we know, like the scripture's gonna say, man, we could edify on this, but the scriptures speak volumes, man, way more. One more time, brother.
It says, sorry, folks, but the things are not likely to get better for the United States for quite some time, if ever.
For quite some time, if ever, man. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 20, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It said, knowest not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, man. That's right. The triumphing of the wicked is short, man. Meaning what? It's going to only be for the Most High's appointed time for them, man. It's short. The Most High can shorten the days. He could give a certain ruler a certain power that's in rulership. He can give them an amount of power that they rule for a couple hundred years and then he cut them short, or they can rule for 1,000 years, man. All right? So it's all on the Most High's time. And I'm going to read it one more time. It's Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Now, who's that hypocrite according to the scriptures? Who's the wicked, man? Esau, Edom, all right, so-called white man, okay, and you other heathen nations pertaining to what? The book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter. You're in what? You're in league. You're in league with our enemies, man. You came in tumult against us, man. This guy behind us, I don't know what he's doing. But you came in tumult against us, so everybody had a fair chance to rule under the sun, man. But ultimately, when your time was up, the Most High cut it short. Is not the Most High going to do that to Esau, man? It says, and this is going to go into this, the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens. Who's that talking about? Esau, Edom, SpaceX. He has a space military, man. You're in the heavens, literally polluting and defiling anything you can get your hands on, man. Now he's trying to send his seed up there, man. His sperm, man. Trying to defile the heavens, man. Come on, man. If not,
he's not the devil.
Who is he, man?
Yeah.
It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, because your excellency was given to you by the Most High, man. The Most High built you up, gave you this space system, all right? That's why the scriptures tell you the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, because the Most High allowed you to get all this technology and have all this power, and just so as he gave it to you, he could take it away, man. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because pertaining to the book of Isaiah chapter 14, right? They're going to look upon him and say, what? Is this Esau, the man that shaked the kingdoms, that had the chokehold around you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, that was polluting and defiling the whole earth and deceiving them? It's going to be like, where is he? You're going to fade away like a bad dream, like the scriptures are going to say, man. It says, Job 20 and verse 6, the latter end, it says, and his head reached unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night, man. Like when you have a bad dream, right, in your head or your mind, and then a couple minutes later, or maybe an hour later, what? You start forgetting that dream. You be like, man, my memory fade away. I can't even remember what I dreamed about. That's going to be, Esau, Edom is going to be like a bad dream we took here in America, man. All right? We're going to get our rightful reward in the end, man. And that's what we're laboring for, man. We're teaching what we know according to the Holy Spirit, man. According to the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, which is the 144% truth, man. All right? You got some more on that, brother? You can keep going. If you got some more.
Let's see. You got another Revelation 12 and 12?
I got a quick one before that one. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. Let's see where I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It's Isaiah 14 and 9. I'm gonna start at verse 5, Salakia. The Lord, Yahweh, had broken the staff of the wicked. Right? Because Job 20 and 4 said what? The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. The triumphant of the wicked is short, man. So the Most High could break the staff of the wicked, and he could strengthen the staff of the wicked in the same thing, man. He put Esau in power and rulership, and he's going to take him out of rulership. It says, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Scepter is a ruling instrument. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. A continual stroke, man. We're forced into continual labor, into continual slavery. Does Esau let up on us? Does he take his foot from off our necks, man? No, he doesn't, man. Does he loosen his grips of slavery? No, man. He's tightening his grips. He's ready to stick. He's sticking his poison in you via this juice, this jump shot, and he's trying to put this charagma in you, man. This technology. All right, and the brother posted was going into one of the elders. You're gonna literally have, he really literally wants to put his DNA inside of you, man. You're gonna be a piece of his technology if you succumb to that charagma, man. That's what we're warning our people about right now, man. That's what we're going out on the highways and byways and reproving and upbraiding the people, man, no matter what it costs and no matter what you think, man. Because these people are not coming in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They coming in the name of what? Seminary school. They coming in the name of this community college, this university. That has no truth in it, man. The wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, man. So you could go to school, you can try to get your degree all you want. That's not going to help you in that day of wrath, man. You could try to hit the lotto, Jake in that scratching, because they've been having a lot of winners in Louisiana, man. Jake in that scratching, trying to hit a lick. All right, hit this spiritual lick, man. Get these spiritual riches. Got a little bit more. It says, the whole earth is at rest. He had ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break it forth into singing. That's right, man. Because the scriptures tell you when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. The earth is mourning. The trees are mourning. The plants are mourning. The animals are mourning. The men of the Lord are mourning, pertaining to Ezekiel 9 and 4, man. We're sighing and crying. We're fed up with this place, man. And when you're fed up and you had enough of something, you take action. We've chosen our sides. We're taking action. Lord willing, we're able to see our enemy's demise and we be of that number, man, to rule. All right? You got something, brother?
Knocking a little bit in that article.
Go ahead, brother.
It says no nation can Shalak, it says no nation can long survive when the election, all right, so widely proclaimed to be about the fate of democracy. Over 30% of the election cast no votes at all. It says no nation can longer survive when the majority of the population is split into two districts, and
the majority of this population is split. All right, because the scriptures tell you that kingdom divided. Kingdom, get that real quick. Yeah, man. The scriptures tell you that if Satan cast Satan out, how can this kingdom stand, man? So you got Egyptian versus Egyptian, you got civil unrest. All right, you got gang versus gang, city versus city, block versus block. It's going to be state versus state, military versus military. It's going to be the Most High and the holy angels versus all these other militaries on the planet Earth, man. Realm versus another realm, man. Pertaining to the book of 2nd Ezra, let me get it real quick, man. Because you're going to have all these things popping up. And it's going to furthermore prove that what? The triumphant of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. Just like Esau was put into power, he's going to be stripped out of power. You got it, brother.
This is Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, even, it says them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to destruction, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. It says, and if Satan cast out Satan,
every house divided against himself shall not stand, man. That's why you got people, saying, pick a side, man. You want to go on this side, you want to go on that side, because it's about to get ugly out here. Yep. The American culture, that's what it's displaying right now, man. Pick a side. Yep. Because if you're caught in the middle, you're going to be subject to whatever wrath that these two parties or 3 or 4 parties or versus this one are going back and forth each other, man. And we're picking the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because we don't want to be caught in that wrath of nuclear missiles, man. We don't want to be caught up in these race wars, these civil unrest, all right? These uproars of the people, man. Right. You got some more, brother? You can speak on the two.
It says, if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then he stand? How then shall his kingdom stand? All right, and as the brother said, man, you have the left wing and the right wing, all right, Republican and Democrat, but they have the two wings of the same beast, man. All right, and it's in the hands of what? The elites, man. All right, the bankers, man. All of this is a big show, all right, to put on for you people. All right, as we was talking about last week, all right, when we was on the highways and the byways, man, it's just to give you the illusion of freedom of choice, man. All right, but you really don't have any freedoms, and that's why people are starting to do what they do now, man, because they're starting to realize that this American dream is really a nightmare, man. All right.
Hey, Salaki argument is real windy out here. we're gonna try to project our voice as much as we
Yeah.
can. I just back you up about the Democrats and Republicans, because this is America is what? Rome reincarnated. Rome, you had the what? Patricians, the plebeians, and the patricians, man.
Right.
All right, the so-called lower class Democrats, and you had the Republicans, man, which controlled everything, right? This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, that fourth beast, right, which was Rome, okay? And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Rome into America. Those two horns as a lamb are the Democrats and the Republicans, man. Two wings on the same bird, all right, flying to the same destination. If you have a bird that has a left and a right wing, right, which goes into the Democrats and the Republicans, and that left wing is trying to fly south and the right wing is trying to fly north, you're gonna have confusion in that bird. That's why it's the same bird.
Yeah.
Yet, although they may look like, okay, they're different, they're different, they have different views. It's all set up, man. Some monopoly. They're flying towards the same agenda, the same place, man. All right, one more time. It's Revelation 13:11. And I behold another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And that's talking about America worshiping the Roman Empire, man. All right, and that deadly wound was healed through that Renaissance period, man. Around what? 1495 AD, man. 495 AD, Salakia. That 1,000-year period, man. All right, point blank period. It says, which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And why? How is America worshiping that first beast, man, whose deadly wound was healed through the Renaissance period, right? They're worshiping it by pushing all the philosophies of the Roman Empire, man, even down to the Latin, the Greek, all right, which is forced into the language of the society, man. That's the law of the society, is written in Latin, man.
All those wicked kingdoms mixed up in a stir pot, man.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, matter of fact, just for edification purposes, get on the start of when did the Renaissance period begin. I want to make sure I'm correct on that date.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 13.
Yeah, man.
Something like that. We can look it up.
The 13th century, man.
Yep.
Which would have been the 1400s, right? Yeah, man.
1300s.
Bring it out. You got it.
It says the Renaissance the Renaissance started in the 14th century.
Right, man.
Right.
The 1400s.
Yep.
Which when he was loose for that little season, that 1,000-year period, which was from about 495 AD all the way up into the 1400s, man.
Yeah, because Jake was ruling between 13 and the 1700s.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right. And then when Jake came out of power, what? That's why Renaissance mean what?
Rebirth.
Rebirth. You had iconoclasm, whitewashing. Then you had the Borgia family, man, coming into place and doing what? Putting all those images. That's why it's called iconoclasm. Putting the images, the true images of Israelites, and turning them to paintings and pictures of heathens, man. Deceiving our people. That ultimate deception, and ultimately a reincarnation of that Roman Empire, man. That's what we're living in right now, man. And we're telling you that what the brothers bringing out in that article is telling you that this society is coming to a close. And whether we got to bring out these articles that these Joe Blows write, all right, and bring it out and edify it towards the scriptures, we will, man. Because everything goes back to this book right here, all right? You got some more, brother?
You want me to get back in the article?
Yeah, you can go back to that, and I'm going to get back in Isaiah 14. All right, because it's talking about Esau, man. Esau, your rulership, your kingdom is coming to an end, man. It's coming to a close. This Isaiah 14:9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Hell is going into slavery, man. Hell is a condition, all right? Just as heaven. We say this is a what? A white man's heaven, so-called, and the Israelites' hell, man. Slavery. So Esau's slavery is going to meet you, man. And heaven is going to meet us. We're going to be pulled up, beamed up, and you're going to be brought down, man. It tells you in 2nd Ezra, what should be a partner of the son of the time, man. Jacob held the heel of Esau first, man. Yep. And we're literally, Jacob, back in Genesis 35, name was changed to Israel. We're that, man. We embody that, man. We're seeking a promise. This is a faith-based thing, man. We're seeking the kingdom of heaven, man. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all these things shall be added on to you, man. It says, even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become likened unto us? That's right, man. Art thou become weak as thee? Because he is going to be made weak as thee. And we're seeing your weight, your volume, your power structure, it holds no weight anymore, Esau. The brother's bringing it out, man. Bring it out, you got it.
Khan, it says the sad truth. Yeah, it says the sad truth is United States of America, we all thought existed, is a myth. There is no point, no true point of unity. No one.
One more time, from the top.
It says the sad truth is the United States of America, we all thought existed, was a myth. There is no true point of unity. No real sense of share, sacrifice, and consideration for others that goes beyond their petty politics.
Right, man. It's no genuineness about this society, man. It's no realness. It's a false pretense, man. A false livelihood, right? They push out the agenda of work, pay your bills, stack up so you could be something. But by the time you're up in the age, you can't spend your money. It goes to someone else. The scriptures tell you that the wealth of a sinner is laid up for the righteous, man. A man goeth to a grave, and who is there left to for his inheritance, man? Roughly paraphrasing. So this society is a fabrication, man. It thrives on putting a person in a mindset of la la land. Oh, stay in la la land, stay in complacency. What? Until that time of destruction comes, man. Sirach 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man. So we don't want to be in that complacent mindset. We want to be upbeat and on the upkick because we know Esau, he has a short time left, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, be sober, be vigilant, man. All right, because your adversary seeking whom he may devour, man. Because you know he has a short time.
Yep, you can get that Revelation 12 and 12, brother.
I got it.
That's right. I'm gonna get this one real quick. The brother said something really that stuck out with me, man. Let's see if we at Lamentations 4 and 17. That's right, because the brother said that what? Basically there's no genuineness, no realness. Everything is false about America. Everything is false about the vibration that puts out the philosophies, the water, the wine that it makes our people get so drunk with. All right, and when they're drunk, they do what? Whatever cares of the world, whatever snares they're going to be subjected to, they fall into it, man.
They get seduced. Because when you get, just like whenever you drink, right? They get easily seduced into what? The philosophies and the things of the world. Yeah, they open up, huh?
That's right, bro.
That's right.
I got one for you, backing you up. This Lamentations 4 and 17, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, I'm still out there. I'll do that one more time.
This is Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That's right, man. This nation cannot save us, man. All right. Again, like we just not saying, it's full of wine, it's full of corruptness. All right. That wine is that corruptness, man. All right. It can't save us because it brings us, it detaches us from our power, man. All right. It detaches us from our true power, man, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right.
Right, brother. It says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
That's right. Our end is come, man. All right. Destruction, man. All right. Judgment. All right. The Lord's judgment, man.
That's right.
All right. The Lord putting out you see it in the news, man. All right. Every time it seemed like something is going on every single day. Somebody killing somebody. All right, somebody getting in an accident.
Some news break.
Yeah, just today in my own city, they just had a bad wreck, man. Or I don't know if anybody got injured, but the point is that it's just judgment is just going out throughout the world, man. All right, the Lord is showing His hand, man, but everybody is still doing whatever they want to do, man. All right, they're not taking into consideration, that the Lord is doing these things. All right.
That's right, bro. Hey, it says, and this is going back to that what you made a point about the Democrats and Republicans, because what's the national bird?
The eagle.
The eagle, man. And that's what that goes into Esau. He's very
pride.
He sets his height up. Yep. Also, he has that bird's eye view. He can look into the things that Jake is doing as well, man. Also, with that eagle, being swift to persecute us, man. Like it's gonna say, it says. So like you got it.
And if I can say, if you watch that movie called Eagle Eye, all right, it shows how Esau know your every move. He's tracing you. All right. In that movie, I forgot the main character name, but they tell him, when the right time to jump, or when the right time to do this, do that, do this, and they basically following him, man. All right, showing you that Esau is watching you throughout your whole day, man. Your phone. All right, he's listening to your conversations. All right, taking notes. All right, he has what they call that up when in the courtroom, and they type a transcript.
Yeah,
man.
Transcript, man.
All right,
that's right, Yep.
What you got, y'all?
That's what he does, man. It's Lamentations 4:19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. That's right, man.
Yep. Just like a damn lion, man. All right. Just like that, he waits. He waits and he crouches, man, for the poor, man. And who's the poor? The Israelites, man. All right. Who's in the low conditions? Our people.
That's right.
All right. So he waits in the shadows and in the dark places, as the scriptures say. All right. He sits in the lurking places. All right, seeking how he can devour us, man. All right. Whether it be through his court system or trying to pull us over to get a ticket, whatever the case may be, man. This devil is constantly trying to keep us in a low condition, man. All right.
That's right. It says the breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. That's right, man. Because ultimately, the America is going to be destroyed to deliver the elect, man. We're in these pits. We're in hell right now, right? And as pertaining to the book of Isaiah 14, when we went through it, we stopped at the verse that said what? Hell, I believe it's verse 9. Hell is to meet thee, man. You're going to be in that pit, Esau. You're going to be in that low state of mind. You're going to be in that low position, man. It's coming for you, E. And you can't escape it, man. Thus said the judgment of the Lord. It says, verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. That's right, man. So that same cup you were passing around, Esau, for us to get drunk, and you could see our nakedness. You could see onto us and look onto us and see what actually was of us. That same cup is going to be passed on to you, and it's rightfully so, man. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away unto captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Because only the Most High can actually discover your sins, Esau, because you haven't paid for anything. You have blood and countless amounts of blood on your hands, and we haven't seen any justice for it, man. The justice we have seen is us coming out on the highways and byways and pronouncing the judgment onto you people, man. But we're ultimately going to get that justice through the Heavenly Father, man, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. You got one, brother?
Hold on. You want me to get that Revelation 12 and 12?
Khan, bring that out.
Khan, this is Revelation 12 and 12, and it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Go to the inhabitants of the world and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he know what he have but a short time.
Right, man. That's Esau Edom. That's this system, man. The system knows Esau's controlling this system, but the Most High is controlling Esau. So he knows this thing is going to collapse. They're trying to collapse this dollar. They're trying to inflate this place, man, to fulfill that NWO, man, that Georgia Guidestones. Yeah. So the triumphant of the wicked is short. Esau knows in his spirit, which the Most High put in him, that his time is short. So guess what he's going to do? He's going to come down with great wrath. He's going to persecute the men of the Lord. We're going to suffer persecution for this truth. But it's going to be for righteous sake. We're not going to suffer, all right, as a 2/3, man. Going to war in Esau's militaries, man, fighting against the Most High, man. You don't want to suffer like that, man. You want to suffer and be persecuted for something that's a righteous cause, like Mattathias, man. All right, and Judas Maccabees and the Maccabean brothers, man. The Hasmonean dynasty, man. All right, what they were doing was basically standing up for our nation, man. We are those men in this time right now, man. Standing up for our nation, not letting the temple be defiled, not letting you so-called Israelites that say you're of Israel come and just do anything to the temple of the Most High, man, and defile it, man, for your filthy lucre's sake. We're those men of valor, those men of old, those men of ancient times that stood for integrity, man, and had no waverance about them, man. You got it, brother.
Let me get that Psalms 93 and 4.
94, the water. Yeah, man. We're literally, the Most High says, I have reserved 7,000 men that have not bowed to the image of Baal, man. That's literally a number of completion showing you that in this time, this is spiritual Babylon, talking about ancient Babylon. In this same time, the Most High has reserved that same amount, man. That 144,000 to elect, all right? His election that are out of Israel, man. You got it, brother.
Where you want me to start? Because I can start all the way to the top.
You can start at the top, brother.
All right.
Yeah. So much dust.